Recording. Okay, hi. This is Rich. ITS148. It's May 2nd. I think it's the last day of class. So today I'd like to go over what I sort of mean by the final. And the final is basically making a portfolio of your programs, of the other programs that you've written in this class. So I'm just going to show you how to, create an application where you have a bunch of buttons that launch you off to the rest of your stuff, and that's all you need to do. So and basically it's a good exercise because it familiarizes you. It makes really the stuff you have to manipulate is like the namespace and the names of the forms. You got to make sure the names are different and so on, and it forces you to have to pay attention to that kind of stuff, and that's important for learning object-oriented programming languages. So let me share my screen. I'm going to share this screen, and yeah, and I don't need to see this anymore. Am I muted? No, you're muted. Okay, and okay, so I actually loaded up a bunch of assignments here from see, let me go to the Dropbox, and if I go into my folder here, I downloaded some. These are some finished working. They should be working applications. So let me just like download this one. I'll put this on the desktop, and maybe this one, and maybe this one, and I think, oh, this one too. This is the one I really want. Okay, so so they're all on the desktop now, and let's see. I actually did this already, but when you're doing this, if you ever have that problem where you try to open up your project from school or something, and you open it up in Windows and it doesn't let you run it because your virus checker pops up and deletes just one file or something that makes it so you're not able to run it. The way that I found works to keep that from happening is you download the folder, and while it's still zipped, you open it up, and it's still zipped, and you come down to the bin directory and the obj directory, and you delete both of those. Delete the bin directory and delete the obj directory, and then after that, then you can unzip it. And I don't even know what this is, but this, so you're able to go in here and you're able to open it up, and it builds new ones for you. It builds new ones on this computer, so you don't have the problem of it, thinking that you're downloading a virus because you're downloading a program that's only run, 2 times before or something. So this thing still works. It builds everything. I'm not sure if this works to begin with, but I guess it does. 1, 2, 3 times 4, 5, 6 equals. Oh, doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay. Anyway, I guess I didn't finish it. All right. So so I've got some programs here, and so I'm gonna unsee. So I'm gonna do like, I think I'll put this one in there. So I'm gonna unzip this, extract all, and I'm gonna do maybe 7-2 extract all, and we'll see how this goes so far. What's this? Oh, and this is the XML one. Let's do the XML one also. All right, so the first thing I want to make sure to go and do is go down in here, and there's this REX file. Here's XML. REX file, and you got to right click on that, and sometimes they're locked or hidden, or no, they're locked out or something. There's another little checkbox here, so you got to check that to make sure that you're not running into problems there. Okay, these are probably all okay. Okay, maybe it's specific to the computer or specific to the version of the operating system or something. Anyway, so I've got these applications, and you should probably before you do anything, you should probably make sure that they work. So I'm just going to open this up and run it to confirm to myself that it works. Oh, yes, I do want to open this up because I may want to change the names of some stuff. Okay, so like change the names of these files, because basically you're going to copy this .cs files and so on over into your portfolio thing. So subtotal, let's see if I make it 100, or what is this, discounts? Oh yeah, okay, great, that's a wonderful thing. Okay, so so that seems to work fine, and the name of this file is form invoice total.cs. That's fine. Let me double click on this and look at the code and the namespace. Let's look at the namespace is invoice total. That's the namespace. Okay, so when we integrate these forms all into one application, we can either change the namespace in all of these, or we can just add the namespaces up here, and then that'll allow us to combine the applications and combine the applications of different namespaces into the same application. All right, so so that one works. Let's see. Let me look at 7, the future value one. Okay, this one's just called form1.cs. What is the namespace? It's called future value. Let's just run it, see what it looks like. Okay, monthly investment of $50 at 5% interest rate of 5 years is, wow, great. Okay, so that works. I'm going to change the name of the form. See, how do I do that? Can I go right click, rename? I'm going to call it FRM future. I guess I can hit enter. Okay, yes, I'd like to do it on all of them. Okay, so now they're all named FRM future. Okay. And so that's number 7. Let me go to the XML one. This is the invoice one. I can close this. Where's the X? This is for custom. Oh, here's 22. All right, so let me go back on 1. Let me double click here. Customer maintenance. This has got a database in it, an XML database in it. It's not here. It's accessed. Let me double click on. It's accessed here, and where it is this. This is with respect to down in deep into the debug file. So it's okay. Here's my XML file. This is, I had to make sure that that was in there. But if you go down to bin and you go down to debug, this is the path. the directory that this thing runs in. There's the .exe file is going to be in here and it runs here. So what we want to do is we want to go back up to bin and up to customer maintenance, and here's the customers.xml file. So we just need to do // customers.xml, and that'll go back up 2 directories and grab the customer.xml file, and the customer.xml file looks like this: John Smith and Jane Doe. All right. So let's make sure this works. And there they are: Jane Smith, John Doe. Let's add Joe Schmo. What is the jschmo at gmail.com. Okay, there we go. And does it add it in here? Let's see. There it is, Joe Schmo. Fantastic. All right, so I'm going to exit this. All right, so I got these 3 applications now, and so now I'm going to create a brand new application. And oh, wait a minute. I wanted to look at the names of everything, the namespace and everything. It's called customer maintenance. And it's form customers. The namespace is called customer maintenance. I don't think I have anything else named customer maintenance. All right. Okay. Good. Okay. So I'm going to create a brand new project. I'm going to do a Windows Forms application. I'm going to put it down on my USB, and I'll name it. On the new folder, final demo. Select folder, and I'm going to call it final demo, whatever. Final demo 1. Okay. And let's see, I'm going to put a button on here. Toolbox. I'm going to put a button. Let me name this thing. I'm going to name Rich's final. And is there a name for the form? FRM main form. And I guess I would also like to final demo 1 project. You know, I'd also like to name this. Rename FRM main. I'm just going to call it FRM main. Oh, I got to have it. Wait a second. Oh, .cs. Rename FRM main. Okay, hope that worked. Hope I didn't mess something up. All right. All right, so now I'm going to drag over a button. And I'm going to drag over a button. And the first, so let me make it bigger. Okay, the text is going to be, what's the first one again? Invoice total. The button's going to say invoice total. And the name of the button is going to be BTN Invoice Total, whatever. And I want to make it a little bigger. So I'm going to make it 12. And let's make it big enough so I can see it. And I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to put a label over here. And I'm going to name the label. Let's see, for what's on it, I'm just going to put a couple hyphens there. And I'm going to name the label. Oops, shoots. LBL Invoice Total. All right, so okay, now I'm going to double click. Oh, okay, so I got to copy over these applications. So let's copy over the applications. Let's see, it's going to be, I put it down here, right? It's called in the final here, right here. Okay, I want to dump them all right here. I want to dump all those files right here. All the important files I want to dump here. So let me open this up again. Can I open? Shoot. Let me move this over here for a second. Okay, so I want to, where's the first one? Here, invoice total, invoice total, invoice total, and I want to move into here. This. I'm trying to make it so I can select more than one thing at a time. Item checkboxes. Okay, that's better. Okay, so I want to copy over this, this, and this for sure, and that's enough. So let me just copy that over, and that's great. Now I want to right click on this to make sure that the properties are okay. Good, that's fine. Okay, so that adds form invoice. Okay, so now that's form invoice total. So let me go back to demo. Oh, here it is. And over here I need to right click and add existing item. And here we are, and I want to add invoice total. So all you gotta do is click on the invoice, the main.cs1, and it'll pull with it. It'll pull with it the designer and the RESX. So just click on this, and that's all you gotta add, and click add, and there it is. It took a couple seconds, but then there it is. So there they are. There's the other two. So now we got that there. And let me double click on this, and I want to just take a quick little peek at what the name of the namespace is. It's called Invoice Total. And so let me go back to here and double click back on this again. And this is a different namespace. So up here I'm going to say, okay, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to say form invoice total equals new FRM invoice total, doesn't recognize it, and then I'm going to put the mouse over it, and this little thingy pops up, and I'm going to click down on that, and it's going to say it's going to suggest using invoice total. Yes, okay, I'll take that one, and boom, it puts it right up here, and now this squiggly is gone. And I think, to show the dialog, I got to go dialog box, dialog result, some button number, some return value. equals invoice total dot show dialog. Okay, and all right, let's just run it and see what happens. So now I click on invoice total, and boom, here it is, subtotal of 100, and blah, 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 exit. Okay, isn't that cool? All right, it's 223. I'd like to return something. I got to show you how to return something. So let me go back to this form. It's this form, and I'm going to use this. I guess it's it's a tag field. Is there a tag? I'm not sure if it's here or exactly where it is, but it could be one of those hidden ones. But anyway, there's a field called, there's a property called tag. And so right here, I'm going to return, see, what do I want to return? I'm going to return, see, what is this asking? It's a subtotal, okay, I'll return the invoice, I'll just return the invoice total. And so that would be right total, invoice total, this number. Okay, so I'm going to declare a, string tag string equals nothing. It's nothing. And invoice total right here. Okay, so I'm going to say tag string equals invoice total equals plus invoice total dot toString parentheses C for currency. Okay, so it writes this string here to the tag string variable, and then just before we close it, we say this tag equals tag string. All right, so that's fine. And then back here, we have to write. We're going to write it out to the label. So we go lbl invoice total dot text equals invoice total dot tag dot toString. Okay, so start and this, and we say let's $75, and the invoice is going to be $56.25. Click exit. It says invoice total equals $56.25. That sure is neat. All right, so let's throw another bunch of files in here. Let's throw the XML files in there. This XML files. Hope this works. All right, so down in here, I'm gonna put in this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, this one, and this one. Oh, and this validator. All right, so copy this over. All right, great. Now let me go back to Final Demo, and I got to somehow bring in all these files into my project here. So let me add existing item, Let's see, we're adding customers. Okay, I guess I can just add this add customer one. Oh no, let's just do this one at a time. First I'll do this one. I don't think you can add more than one at a time. I tried earlier. Customer DB and add form customer. This is where I only have to add this one and it pulls these next two. Oh, I better just take a really quick check to make sure. Okay. It'll mess you up if you. Okay, so I'm adding customer and there, turns into that. And then I'm going to add customers, just plain old customers. This one. Add, and boom. Then I got to add that validator, listing item, validator. All right. And we notice that, for example, validator, the namespace is called customer maintenance. So is add customer, customer maintenance, whatever. So we need to, over here in the form main, well, let's just add the button and then we can see form main. Here we go. So I'm going to add, I'm just going to copy paste. Copy paste. Put that right there, and I'm going to change the pasted one. The text is going to say customer maintenance XML to keep it straight. And let me make this bigger. And oh, the name of this button can be BTN customer maintenance XML. And the name of this label can be LBL customer cust main XML. Okay, and let me double click on this customer maintenance button. Oh, yeah, okay, I've done all that. So now I should be able to go form cust main equals new FRM. We don't see it there. Customers, maybe. Let's see. Is that what it's called? It's this one. Yeah, FRM customers. Okay. FRM customers, all right? Red squiggly. Put my mouse over there. It's got this little thing, droppy down thing here. Using customer maintenance. I think I'll give it a shot. Boom. All right. And then I guess I want like this stuff here too. So I'm just going to be sneaky. Copy. Paste. But I'm going to name this cust main. And I'm going to name this cust main. And I'm going to name this LBL cust main XML, I think. Yeah. Oh, I have to actually have it return something. I have to set the tag to something. Otherwise, it'll give me an error. So that's going to be on some exit, I suppose. this exit, double click right here, and it's going to be oh, I know what I'm gonna add up. I'm gonna return the number of customers. The number of customers in the database. So I'm going to have, oh, it's just the size of the list of customers, isn't it? So it's going to be something like well, let me just try to do this. It's going to be this tag equals what's the name of this list up here? It's called customers. Customers dot count, I think. Plus customers in the database, period. Okay, so that's what it returns. All right, let's see if this works. Customer maintenance. Okay, so open that up. Here we go. John Smith, Joe Schmo. I'm going to add Mary Smith, M. Smith, 96825 at hawaii.edu, whatever. M. Smith, 96. Save. There we go. Exit. Oh, it says 4 customers in the database. All right, so so I think I'm gonna end it here because I'm gonna go over. There's some sort of. Well, actually, did anybody have any questions? I see that. I suggest when you do this that you, if you're going to include the database application, that you actually start with the database application. Start with a copy of the database application, and then build a, create a main form, and then you can change where. Let me show you. In the program.cs, this is the form that it starts with, and you can always change the name of that form after you make a new main form. And then the reason I suggest this is because the hardest part is copying over the database into, you'd have to copy over the database files over here, and then you have to figure out how to add those to your project. And if you recall, there's the data sources side and the server explorer side, and hooking up all that can be kind of a pain. So it might be easier. I think it's easier if you actually just start with the database version and then add all of these. So if we were to do that, I was going to try that. Let me just try it. Let me save this. Save all and close it. And let me close this. Close this. This. And let me open up the database one. That was 19. This one. Let me open it up. Extract all. And I'm going to go in here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this running. Just make sure that we don't have this problem. I don't think we do for some reason. Here, and let me start this. See if I can get this to work. Let's see. First, I'm going to do Server Explorer. I don't want to do Azure. Data connections. All right, it's not doing anything. So over here where it says MMA Books, oh, there it is. I click on MMA Books and it comes over here. There's that X there. So let me right-click here and select Modify Connection. So we are sharing my screen. Let's just do it. This Zoom is so complicated. Meeting controls are so different. Well, oh, this is what I was looking for. Okay, never mind. All right, so you saw what I did. I selected modify connection. This thing opens up. I click OK, and let's see if this works. I have no idea if this is going to work. And it says, do you want to upgrade? Yes, we want to upgrade. Okay, now there's a green plug here. That's nice. And let me just click start and see what happens. And let me click get all customers. Oh, look, there's a bunch of customers here. 969 of them. That's great. Okay, so what we have this application here. Let me just close it. And okay, so now theoretically, I should be able to click on this, add a new form, a brand new item, and I'm going to add a new Windows form, and I'm going to name it FRM main. And while I'm at it, I'm going to click I'm going to change the name of this to see if I can. I'm going to change the name of this to FRM customer MDF. Okay, for Microsoft data file or whatever. So it gets, so it looks like that. Renaming, yes, I'd like to rename everything. Okay, so now that we have the database one called MDF, you know, whatever, form customer MDF. Okay, so here's my main form. So I'm going to pop over a button, and I'm going to make the buttons be customer database MDF, and the name of the button is going to be BTN customer MDF, whatever, and I'm going to have it be bigger, like 12, and so this will be big. Okay, there we go. Nice big customer database MDF. And so then I'm going to double click on this, and down here I want to be able to say form cust MDF equals new FRM customer MDF, that, and then dialog result SELBUTTON equals cust MDF dot show dialog. Okay, so now, and then I also want to make it so we start off with this form. So this is form main.cs. So right here, I'm going to say form main. Oops. Main. Oops. Hope that works. Yeah. Okay, because it's this form main. So when we start up, we're going to start up with this form. And when I click on this button, it should open up the other one. Okay, so I'm going to try it. Okay, so this thing pops up. I go like this, and lo and behold, here it is. Isn't that nice? and then I can, when I close it, I don't know what it does. All right, so okay, so once I have that accomplished, then I can go ahead and copy over all the other stuff into here to make all the rest of them. And that way I don't have to worry about copying the database into here. Does that make sense? So if I go, let me find, I guess that was down, let's see, let me shut this off. I guess that might have been down in, so this is on the desktop, too bad. So let me go down to my E drive, go into here and go into what I was just doing, which is final demo in here, and what I could actually do now is this here, and this is this one. This is the one I'm messing with right now, right? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. This is the one I'm messing with. All right, so 240, yes. Okay, so these are all these files, and then do I have a, oh, I got this. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna skip these. I'm gonna skip this one, but I'm gonna grab all the rest of these. So I'm gonna grab this, 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 this. I'm gonna skip these and I'll grab this. So I'm gonna copy all these over here. And then I can, one by one, add the buttons onto here. So there was a, I'm just gonna copy paste. So there was an invoice total. A future value, and a customer database XML, right? So I'll make this one, button 1 can be XML, and the name can be BTN customers XML, and this one can be BTN future value, and it can say future value, and this one can be invoice total, and the name will be BTN invoice total. Okay, so and then we can just oh, I have to add them all over here. So I do add existing item, and see, this is right. All I have is these two, so I gotta do this one at a time, don't I? Add this one. Let me see if I can add more than one. Add this, this and see if they both add. They're separate. Oh, it looks like it did. Okay. All right, then I got to add this one. And it turns into a boom. And so that's the first one. Second one, I have to add this one. No, that one's already there. MDF is already there. This one. That's there. And then after customers, oh, shoot. Do that. Do this. Add existing item. This one. And is there any more? Future value or something? Isn't there a future value one? Is that one? Did this never get added? Maybe not. Existing item, future. Okay, so now that they're all added, we can just double click this and we can say form cust XML equals new form customer what's customers, I bet. Oh shoots. We may have a problem because the name of this namespace is the same as the other namespace. I hope we don't have a problem. We could have a problem. All right, now let me just see what happens. See the name of the database customer namespace is customer maintenance, and the name of this XML customer maintenance database is also the same name. So I don't know if that's going to cause a problem. But let's do future value. Oh, let me do this dialog box thing. Dialog result equals select button equals cust XML.show dialog. And the future value one can be form fut val equals new form future value. And this one will have to add, oh, it's not there. What is the name of this? Oh, it's just future, I bet. No, it's future value, capital future. Oh, that's the class. Oh, what's the name of the? Oh, it's Form 1. It's called Form 1. Well, if that's the only Form 1, then that's okay. Yeah, use future value. Well, that's a little bit of a bummer. And one more is this one. Form invoice tot equals new FRM invoice total. Yes, good. Dialog result. Ooh. All right, I don't know if this is going to work. So this opens up this one. Yes, guess it does. I don't have the labels here, of course. This opens up this one, just $100 at 5% for 5 years. You get that's nice. And invoice total is 250. Calculate, yeah, 87. All right. So anyway, that's how you do the form, and then we also still have this one, which is the database. So it doesn't look like there's any namespace interference here, even though some of the things were not. We were just lucky. We're lucky that customer maintenance namespace, which is used in both of the applications, didn't conflict, and that one form named Form 1 didn't. There wasn't another form class called Form 1, which can happen. All right. Well, I guess that's all I have today. So this is the last day of class. So, okay, so I'll be around this next week. Email me, you know, and I'll come in. I'm going to be around, and we can meet. The lab should be open. And if you need anything else, you know, any pressures or anything, just let me know. And I hope everybody signs up for. No, this is 148. Never mind. All right, so I will. I hope you take the class from me again. Thanks for watching.